Let's kick off with something visually stunning, liquid glass technology. It's described as transforming based on your content or even your context. Can you break down how liquid glass actually works and why it's a game changer for displays?
Certainly. Liquid glass isn't just a marketing term, it refers to display layers that physically shift refractive properties depending on what's shown. This means light bends and reflects differently, creating dynamic effects. Think of it like a chameleon's skin, adapting to its environment for both utility and beauty.
That's such a vivid analogy. How does this translate to user experience, especially as the interface adapts to rounded hardware corners instead of the traditional rectangles?
Great question. Because displays are no longer confined to rectangles, UI elements can now curve seamlessly, hugging the edges of your device. This not only feels more natural to the touch, but also visually immerses you, making the boundary between hardware and software nearly invisible.
Moving forward, the lock screen now adapts fluidly to available space, even keeping the best part of your photo visible as new info arrives. How is this achieved technically?
This leverages AI-driven cropping and layering. As notifications come in, the system analyzes your photo's focal point like your child's face at a birthday party and ensures it remains central. Background elements subtly move or blur, so essential info and cherished memories coexist.
And the 3D effect from 2D photo show convincing. Is this spatial scene, and what's the underlying tech?
It's impressive! The device uses machine learning to infer depth, separating foreground from background and generating a parallax effect as you tilt your phone. It's similar to how our eyes perceive depth-based shifting perspective. The image seems to pop out, enhancing engagement.
Let's talk organization. The Photos app now features separate tabs for your library and collections. Why is this division important for users?
User studies show that people often feel overwhelmed by large photo libraries. By splitting general photos from curated albums or events, users can quickly find what they need. It's like having a general filing cabinet and a special drawer for family vacations or celebrations.
Does this impact search or AI-powered suggestions within the app?
Absolutely. With clearer separation, AI can offer context-specific suggestions, like creating a memory movie from a collection or surfacing similar shots from your library when you search for beach. It's all about reducing friction.
Transitioning to vehicles, CarPlay Ultra introduces customizable layouts and widgets. How does this improve the driving experience compared to previous versions?
Earlier CarPlay versions had fixed layouts, which limited quick access to info. Now, drivers can prioritize what matters like navigation, climate, or music controls. Widgets provide glanceable updates, such as a friend's flight status, without distracting you from the road.
And live activities in CarPlay, how do they work in practice?
Live activities update in real time, so if you're waiting for a rideshare or monitoring a timer, you see it instantly on your dashboard. It's similar to smartwatches, but tailored for a car's display, keeping drivers informed and focused.
Let's discuss the phone app. With its new unified layout, how does it consolidate favorites, recents, and voicemails to streamline calling?
The unified layout merges separate tabs into one view, reducing the need to jump around. It uses priority algorithms so your spouse's missed call or an urgent voicemail surfaces right at the top, making essential communication seamless.
And call screening is now smarter. How does the system determine whether to flag a call as important or as spam?
It analyzes call metadata, cross-references crowdsourced spam databases, and even listens for hold music. If it suspects a telemarketer, it prompts you to let the phone wait, sparing you unnecessary interruptions. This mirrors what Google's call screen does, but now it's built into the core phone app.
In messaging, users can now create polls, send Apple Cash, and screen new senders. How do these features enhance group chats and privacy?
Polls harness Apple Intelligence to suggest when a group decision is needed, like picking a dinner spot. Apple Cash integrates directly, allowing seamless bill splitting. Screening filters unknown senders, so your inbox is less cluttered and more secure, a real win for busy users.
Are there any risks of overfiltering, possibly missing important messages?
That's a valid concern. Apple balances this by allowing you to review filtered messages. Plus, their AI models are trained to detect context, so urgent or time-sensitive messages from unknowns like a doctor's office are less likely to be missed.
On a lighter note, mixing two emojis to create new ones sounds fun, but does it serve a purpose beyond novelty?
It's both expressive and inclusive. For example, combining a globe and a heart might represent international love. It's a visual language adaptation that appeals especially to younger users, enhancing emotional nuance in digital conversations.
Live translation is another standout. How does real-time translation in calls and FaceTime work, especially maintaining voice authenticity and privacy?
Live translation uses on-device processing for privacy. It captures speech, translates, and outputs in real time, preserving voice tone. For FaceTime, captions appear as you speak, and for calls, translations are spoken aloud. This bridges communication gaps instantly.
Let's pivot to Maps and Wallet. Visited places now auto-detects where you've been. How does this balance convenience with privacy?
Visited Places relies on on-device location tracking and gives users explicit control over what's saved. Data is end-to-end encrypted and never shared without consent. It's handy for remembering that great cafe, while still putting privacy first.
And digital ID show secure are they compared to physical ones, especially for travel or app verification?
Digital IDs use biometric authentication and hardware encryption. While not a passport replacement yet, they're accepted at TSA checkpoints and for app logins. Security studies show they're less prone to loss or theft than physical cards.
Visual intelligence now extends across your iPhone. Can you explain how image search within screenshots actually works and what it enables?
The system uses computer vision to identify objects, say, a gray jacket in a screenshot, then searches for similar items online or in supported apps. It's like Google Lens, but system-wide, letting users act on visual inspiration instantly.
How do live activities synchronize between devices like iPhone and Mac?
Live activities use Apple's continuity framework, syncing state across devices. For example, if you're tracking a food delivery on iPhone, the same status appears on your Mac's menu bar, letting you stay updated no matter which device you're using.
Wearables and TV are seeing big upgrades. How do features like the Smart Stack on Apple Watch predict what users need next?
Smart Stack leverages behavioral patterns. If you typically start a workout at 7 a.m., it surfaces the workout widget automatically. It's predictive, not reactive, using on-device learning so your watch feels intuitively helpful.
And for Apple TV, layered app icons and playback controls that refract contento these tweaks impact usability, or are they mostly aesthetic?
They're both. Layered icons enhance focus and depth perception, making navigation easier. Refractive controls remain visible but less intrusive, so viewers can adjust settings without missing key scenes, blending form and function elegantly.
Wrapping up, macOS Tahoe and iPadOS 26 introduced transparent menu bars, advanced windowing, and custom folder icons. Why are these changes significant for productivity?
Transparency maximizes visible workspace, while windowing and tiling let users arrange apps like Puzzle Piece, ideal for multitasking. Custom icons help quickly identify key folders, and these changes sync across devices, creating a unified ecosystem.
Background tasks and app previews on iPad. How do these enable more complex workflows, especially for creatives?
You can now export videos or edit images while working in other apps. Background tasks continue uninterrupted. App previews bring desktop-grade editing tools to iPad, so designers and editors can work flexibly, just like on a Mac.